Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Cerritos Property Preservation Commission September meeting. I will now call the meeting to order. Commissioner Spitzer will lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise if you're able to and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vasan? Yes. Commissioner Gentalumo? Commissioner Spitzer?
Here.
Vice Chair Chokshi?
Here.
Chairperson Young?
Here. Commissioner Gentalumo cannot join us tonight, so is there a motion to excuse him?
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. At this time, I will open the floor for public comments. If there's anyone here wanting to speak for items that's something that's not on the agenda tonight, please come up and speak. If not, then I will close the public comment session. Next item is the approval of minutes for last month.
So moved. I second.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. Next item is the public hearings. Tonight, we're going to start with item 6C. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, conditions constituting property nuisance, including trash cans stored in public view as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at the 16400 block of Betty Place, Cerritos. Staff report, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, that case will be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Chair and members of the commission. On July 19, 2024, after receiving a complaint, staff inspected a property in the 16400 block of Betty Place, observing trash cans at the curb line blocking the street sweeper. On the same date, a notification was left at the property providing 1 day to abate the violation. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violation. An inspection on August 7, 2024 revealed the trash cans stored in public view on the driveway. A second notification was mailed. An inspection on August 21, 2024 revealed no compliance. A third notification was mailed. An inspection on August 28, 2024 revealed no compliance. A final notification was mailed. An inspection on September 4, 2024 revealed trash cans at the curb line blocking the street sweeper. On September 10, 2024, the property was posted for PPC and the trash cans were at the curb line blocking the street sweeper. An inspection today revealed no visible trash cans. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution to ensure the trash cans are routinely removed from the curb line and not stored in public view. This completes my report, and I would be happy to answer any questions. And the property owner is in the audience tonight.
Yes, any questions or comments from the commissioners?
Yeah, I went by Sunday afternoon and there were no trash cans out either. And it looked like that Monday is probably trash pickup day because some other people had trash cans out.
Yeah, and I hadn't had a chance, the homeowner hadn't contacted me till I spoke to him for a minute tonight, and he is aware of the issue, but he hadn't contacted me before the meeting tonight.
Thank you. I will now open the floor for public comments, public hearing. If anyone's here on this item, please come up. If there isn't anyone to speak on this item, I will now close public comment session. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Madam Chair. Before you is resolution number PPC 2024-29, a resolution of Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 16,400 block of Betty Place, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 7-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Yes.
I'll second.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. Next item, we'll go back to 6A. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including structure exteriors in need of repair and paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at 10700 Elger Street, Cerritos. Staff report, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, that case will be presented to you by Officer Artemat. Kim?
Chair and members of the commission, on May 6th, I inspected the subject property, observing the wood trim on the home in need of paint. On May 9th, a notification was mailed to the property owner advising of the violation and providing 30 days to abate or contact staff. From June 24th through September 5th, 3 additional notifications were mailed with additional observations of the chimney on the west side of the home in need of paint and the rain gutter above the front window in need of repair. On September 10th, the property was posted for public hearing. An inspection of the property today revealed no progress or compliance. The property owner phoned me for the first time this afternoon and asked when she needed to have the issues fixed. I advised that the resolution would give her another 30 days, and if she contacts me with a plan, I can work with her beyond those 30 days. Staff recommendation is to adopt a resolution on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Officer. Any questions or comments from commissioners?
No.
Okay, at this time, if anyone's here to speak on this item, please come up to the podium. If there isn't anyone, I'll close the public hearing session. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-27, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 10,700 block of Elchers Street, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I'll second.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to 6B. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including visible weeds and lack of landscape maintenance as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at 13200 Abana Place, Cerritos. Staff report, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd like you to know that we also received written correspondence relating to item 6B. I believe each of you have that. But this case will be presented to you by Officer Lane, right?
Chair and members of the commission, on May 1st, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 13200 block of Abana Place, observing weeds and a lack of landscape maintenance on the front yard and the parkways. On the same date, a notification was left at the property providing 7 days to abate the violations. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violations. An inspection on May 15th, 2024 revealed no compliance. A second notification was mailed. Inspection on May 29th and June 12th, 2024 revealed some progress on the landscape maintenance. However, there were still weeds in the planters. An inspection on August 7th, 2024 revealed no compliance. A third notification was mailed. An inspection on August 21st, 2024 revealed no compliance. A final notification was mailed. An inspection on September 3rd, 2024 revealed progress on the landscape maintenance. However, large portions of the lawn were dead and there were weeds in the planters. On September 10th, 2024, the property was posted for PPC. An inspection today revealed the property in similar condition to the September 3rd inspection. There were still weeds in the planters and large portions of the lawn were dead. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution to ensure there is landscape maintenance done on a routine basis on the front yard. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. And like Daryl mentioned, staff received correspondence from the water billing customer today that was distributed to the commissioners.
Thank you, officer. I do have a question. It says in the written correspondence from the property owner or whomever is occupying the property that they've been receiving notices for the past several years. Is that true?
I actually went back to the notes. They have been left. There's been 4 separate cases on that property. One was in 2020 for holiday lights that they complied in February of 2020. There was another one in 2022 also for holiday lights that they complied in March of 2022. And then there was another notice in October of 2022 for landscape maintenance. They complied the next month, and then this current case where they received the 4 notices that are documented in the letter.
I see. Thank you. Any other questions, comments?
Yes. Has the homeowner, in reference to this set of contact, ever contacted you?
I have never received any contact from the homeowner.
Any other questions or comments? All right, then staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Madam Chair, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-28, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 13,200 block of Albana Place, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 7-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Is there a motion to adopt?
I'll second.
Thank you.
And if I could, real quickly, the only contact we've had from anybody at that property was when they dropped off that written correspondence today, and we are not sure whether that is the homeowner or a tenant, as they're just listed as the water billing customer.
Thank you for the clarification.
4-0, the motion passes.
All right, moving along to 6D. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including a lack of landscape maintenance and a lack of adequate ground cover as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at 17900 Cecilia Place, Cerritos. Staff report, please.
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Chair and members of the commission, on February 2nd, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 17900 block of Cecilia Place, observing weeds, a lack of landscape maintenance, and a lack of ground cover on the front yard and the parkways. On the same date, a notification was left at the property providing 21 days to abate the violations. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violations. An inspection on March 7th, 2024 revealed some progress on weed removal. However, the other violations remained. Second notification was mailed. An inspection on April 11th, 2024 revealed no compliance. A third notification was mailed. On April 24th, 2024, the owner's son contacted staff and stated his parents had been out of town and asked for an extension, which was granted. He also discussed installing artificial turf, and he was advised approval would be needed through the Community Development Department. An inspection on May 16th, 2024 revealed progress on the landscape maintenance. However, the ground cover issues remained. Inspections on July 11, 2024 and August 1, 2024 revealed no compliance. A final notification was mailed. An inspection on September 3, 2024 revealed no compliance. On September 10, 2024, the property was posted for PPC. After the property was posted for PPC, the owner contacted staff and stated they had been out of town for longer than they planned and have been having issues hiring a gardener. Staff advised them of the PPC process. An inspection today revealed no compliance. Staff recommendation on the property is to adopt a resolution to ensure compliance. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments from commissioners? Okay, not seeing anyone here to speak on this item. I will not open the floor for hearing, open public hearing time. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-30, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding the property located in the 17,900 block of Cecilia Place, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 21-day abatement period therein, it would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Is there a motion to adopt?
A motion.
I second.
Thank you.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. I believe these are all the items in the public hearings. Next, any reports from staff tonight?
Yes, Madam Chair, just a couple of thoughts. First of all, I'd like to thank staff for an exceptionally well-run meeting. We're 15 minutes into it and almost over, so that was a very efficient meeting today. Just a reminder too, when the commission adopts a resolution that does not necessarily result in a fine, the homeowners still have time to repair, do damage, and/or contact us and ask for additional time. What it really does is help staff a lot so that they don't have to reproduce these written reports. As you know, these reports are very laborious and 3, 4, 5, 6 pages sometimes. And by adopting the resolution, that allows staff to go back out and work with the homeowner without coming back to PPC and wasting your time and/or staff time by reproducing another, 6-page report. So sometimes, like in this particular case with the trash cans, you think, well, why would we do that? Well, as long as we get compliance, that's the main thing, right? We always seek compliance. We're not seeking the fine. And that's the real value for us is it's a tremendous time saver and saves a lot of effort. So we appreciate you considering that. Another thing is in one of these, in B, they also listed some other properties that were deficient. And so we appreciate that. It does not mean that the person who's not taking care of their property gets a pass because other people aren't. But sometimes we're aware of it, sometimes we're not. So we take what's provided to us, and then we'll go out and look at those properties as well, and that'll become another case to be investigated by the code enforcement officer. So we appreciate the input from residents as well, because the end goal is to make the city a nicer, safer, and more aesthetically pleasing place to live, which ultimately impacts quality of life and value of homes. So we appreciate input from all sources. And finally, I just came from a neighborhood watch meeting. We had a big turnout here. Some residents are concerned. The residential burglaries have been increasing regionally, not just here, but regionally. They're up about 48% in the city. If you've been shopping, you know that many of the stores now have Christmas merchandise in them. Home Depot has the trees up. Other stores have already put all their Christmas stuff out. That's not a fact that escapes the criminals, because I have friends who are out Christmas shopping now, which historically during this time frame, people add presents to the shopping into the homes and different stuff, and people travel a little bit more during Thanksgiving and or Christmas. So we always see a little bump in residential burglaries during the last part of the year for obvious reasons. People travel on holidays, that kind of stuff. So it's very important to make your home look like it's lived in, maintain the yard, maintain the property, keep the lights on, and, don't look like you're traveling extended periods of time outside, because that will invite the criminal element. We just had a burglary here a couple days ago, late at night. It was about midnight. Someone thought the house was empty, but it was actually occupied. So again, how your house presents. Yes. Yes. And the homeowners were home as well. And as you know, it's a very large home, as you know. So they were unaware that the rear patio sliding door had been shattered, because they were upstairs in a very large home and they never heard that. So they didn't realize someone was in the house until they heard a door close inside the house. They knew that wasn't them, so they went down there, found a person wearing a sweatshirt with a flashlight moving around their home. So they were able to leave the house, call the sheriff's department. The homeowners were able to flee the home. The suspects left the back because the deputies were there right away, which was very good. They contained it. The deputies were there so quickly that the suspects left the car they came in running, with the engine running, in front of the house with their phone in the car. They are not caught, but they left their car, they left a firearm, they left their phone, they left their DNA, they left their fingerprints, and I'm sure they have a lot of sleepless nights between now and whenever they meet the deputy sheriffs. So they had a firearm in the car, yes. But it comes back to the criminals looking at homes. I'd be happy to let you know after the meeting. Yeah, we prefer not to put that in a public forum. And so it just comes back to property maintenance, right? How does your home look? What kind of curb appeal does it have? Not just aesthetically, but from a criminal. Does it look like no one's home? Does it look like it's abandoned? Does it look like nobody's taking care of it? Does it look like the grass is overgrown? Those are inviting cues to somebody who's considering criminal activity. So want to maintain your house. That's the bottom line. Maintain your house, make it look like it's occupied, keep it in good shape. Not only does it increase the value, your neighbors appreciate it, and it dissuades any criminal activity. By the way, it's not just Cerritos. You can turn on the news, in Van Nuys and the Valley. It's regional. It's Southern California. There's a lot of residential burglaries occurring. And with that, I would say don't forget to register to vote and make sure you vote in November, however your feelings are about whatever issues you're concerning you. And with that, that's all the comments I have. Thank you.
Daryl, I have a question. So, right, I know you're supposed to make it, but what if it's at night and you have gone to bed and your lights are all out in your house? And what else are you supposed to do?
Thank you for asking that question because your home does look unoccupied. Interesting thing, because I just gave these numbers at the Neighborhood Watch. Surprisingly, about 77% of 135 residential burglaries happen in the daytime. And we say daytime, that's sun up, sunrise, sunset. There was, I think, 35 residential burglaries that happen at nighttime, which is sundown, sunrise, right? When normally, historically, you would have seen residential burglaries occurring between 9 in the morning and 3 p.m. That's when people, drop the kids off to school, they go to work, they get ready, they're out of the house. About 3 o'clock, that's when students start coming home or people returning to work. And so 9 to 3 is the time. After that, it's high risk behavior to be breaking into the house at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. because, people can be home, students can be home. You're not seeing that anymore. You're seeing, there was a time it was almost half and half. Right now it's about 40% nighttime. Yeah. Daytime, weekends with juveniles not in school and those kind of things, truants. That's not the case anymore. You're seeing burglary crews, not just an individual, but people working in groups. Last time we've done it, there's 3 or 4 people, somebody's in the car, 3 or 4 people in the house, they got walkie-talkies, they're on the cell phones, they're communicating, they're working as an organized group. Nighttime. So to answer your question specifically, leave the porch lights on. Your outside lights tells people you're home. If there's a car in the driveway, that's a good sign too, so that people know that somebody's home. Motion detector lights, so that if somebody walks along the side of your house, the light comes on. I know people who've wired motion detector lights to their doorbell. In fact, actually, when I worked narcotics, so the drug dealers would do that. So when you walked up on the porch or on the property, the motion detector would turn a light on inside the house and it would ring the doorbell. And they would alert you to anybody on the property. Now, we're not saying that you got to go do that, but, people are thinking all the time. So I would definitely have motion sensors, around your property. I have them for mine. My house has got a porch light on and lights over the garage on, car in the driveway. And then I have accent lights in the flower beds and those sort of things. But if you jump the fence, you'll be met by, floodlights with motion detector. And if you break in, you'll be met by an armed deputy sheriff, retired deputy sheriff. But if I'm home. And I have cameras and everything else. So I read these reports all the time. So I have everything I recommend as well, because here it is at 7:30 at night, and I'm with you and not at my house. But my house is well taken care of.
Thank you.
Last night I was just thinking that my mom's 90 years old. He won't sleep down. My husband is traveling. So if something like that happens, it will even take time for me to walk her out to the car. Right? It's like
You shouldn't be talking about this.
Yes, and just a final comment. And most people who break in, they're there for property. They're not there for you. They're there for property. They just think your house is empty. That's the bottom line. So you always want to turn the lights on or call out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
somebody, or I've called the police. They're on the way. Remarks like that. Don't confront people if once they're inside the house. Too high risk. Just barricade yourself in, dial 911, and
Okay.
call out. We've had people though who've been very quiet, and they've retreated to the closet and they're whispering on their phone, and they can hear the people moving around downstairs, and ultimately they come up and they can hear them in the bedroom. But I would highly recommend that you just yell out to them, I'm here, the police are on the way, and then
They run out.
99% of the time they'll run out.
Yeah, I think there were two guys, who did.
Yes.
Are there incidents of people getting injured or are they getting hurt?
We're running a little far afield here from PPC, but yes, unfortunately, these are serious matters. And we did have a burglar who was shot by a homeowner here within the last couple months inside Cerritos. So they knocked on the door. No one responded. They went to the back. They broke open the patio door. They entered the home. Single female, home alone with her child. Called out to the suspect, who did not leave, and she felt threatened and used a firearm.
I see.
So it does happen. And again, the suspects are often armed as well. So avoidance. The name of the game here is not confrontation. The name of the game is, what can you do to avoid this type of activity? And that comes back to PPC. Make your house look lived in, maintain it, and make it look like you have some interest and pride in your home, and your chances go way down.
Thank you so much for that report. Anything else from commissioners? Anyone? All right, thank you. The meeting is adjourned.